Okay, we're going to see how this goes. So, I had a couple short videos of installing Zima Linux, Zima OS, which is a Linux build. And then I started doing some research because, like, I can't, unless I can hardwire in to the internet, which I can't do here, I can't do anything with it. So, I did a little bit of digging, and I feel like I'm in one of my original videos, or at least that theme, because, well, one of my first videos about Green Bay was if kittens were cool, and the Zima character, it's like, he didn't think kittens were cool, he thought that he was cool, but everybody else thought that kittens were cool. So I'm going to be installing AlmaLinux Kitten OS. I'm just going to call it Kitten, and I think that's what eventually everybody will call it. Now you might be like, "What are you talking about, Wendy?" Well, you watch the news, and like, there's a lot of pushback against Microsoft, and I guess Samsung just switched from Microsoft to Linux. So I got Kitten on the image of the kitten. So I had the image of the beast, the dragon, on the drive before, but that's how I installed Zima. So let's see. Test this media and install. How about just install AlmaLinux Kitten 10? I mean, I guess we could test the media. Test it and install it. Anyway, so while that, I'm not sure what's happening. Doesn't that much of anything. So you'd think that there'd be like some kind of like text on the screen somewhere, maybe. I think. Oh. Shut it down. Oh no, wait, maybe it's. Because I pushed the button, so I don't know if it's like shutting down or if it like finally started to do something as soon as I pushed something. Oh no, I think it's doing something. Look at that. Ah! Anyway, starting installing one moment. Okay, so I thought, like, in addition to the fact that it's kitten, and kittens are definitely cool, um, there is a big shift happening to Linux. And Linux, like, I'm a Windows person. I think that eventually paths may connect somehow one way or another, but I feel like learning the Linux operating system, or even just knowing how to install, how to do this, put a Linux install on a flash drive and get it installed. Like, and sometimes you have to go into the BIOS. You saw me in BIOS before. Not everybody like has any like level of experience with that, and I'm old, so I'm old school, so I have a lot of experience with that. I've been I've been going into BIOS since the 1990s, and then even tinkering with, well, I'm not so much with, well, anyway. Oh, let's continue. Oh, is this even working now? Here's the, oh my god, and the touch screen works like off the gate. So if there's going to be this massive shift to Linux, this is going to be the winner. You know why? Because it's called Kitten. You know what it needs? Good marketing. And a marketing budget, but you know what? It probably doesn't need that much of a one, because it has enough of one that it gets enough eyes on it. It will spread organically. At least once upon a time, that's the way that it worked. You know why? Because it's called Kitten. You think of the movie Pirates of Silicon Valley, there's that one part where Steve Jobs is like, "We're better than you." And Bill Gates is like, "You don't get it, Steve. That doesn't matter." You know why? Are kittens cool? Anyway, so English, continue. That's something else too. This is American. The Zima that just got overwritten. Again, I had to set my secure boot back to like secure, but that Zima that got overwritten, that I see a lot of YouTubers like talking about, is from China, and allegedly everything's okay. There's no Chinese spyware in there, but I I don't know about all that. You never know. So, software, I guess that all looks good. So ultimately, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna install this. I'm gonna bring this up so you kind of see. Now a little bit more clear. Linux and host name. So I'm gonna set this up, and then I don't know. I'm gonna learn something new, and on top of it, because it's a Linux build, I know I can get to some terminal stuff. Like there's partially probably some also productivity that can be done with this. So, and once I get it set up, because I've not been feeling good lately at all. Like I just I've been sleeping a lot. I've been in bed a lot. I don't. Sometimes I walk, but I have not been strong enough to do anything like that. So, and it's it's whatever, and I can just kind of do this whatever. So that's my gonna be my new project, and you notice how much easier that was than whatever was going on with Zima there from China. But that's pretty awesome. Kittens are cool, and I'm pretty sure OBS. There's probably a build for that on here. Something I'm gonna have to learn new software. I'm gonna have to learn all kinds of new shit. But that will be amazing content as I go through. Maybe I'll start up a new channel. Maybe it's time to. I mean, I'll keep this one, but maybe I'll have another channel that I'll start where it's all about the kitten. What do y'all think? Would y'all watch that? I know I would. All right, peace, love, light, and kittens.